All right, sweet. Here we go. Okay, so some theory stuff I thought would be good. What do you remember of the theory stuff we did last time? Do you remember it, much of it or?
Honestly, not a whole lot. I remember that there was like steps between certain notes. One has two, one has one.
Yep. Nice.
I think between the
Yeah.
B and the C, there's uh one step. Most of the time, there's two, and then I and then it's like E and F is one too, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so they're all tones except for B, C, and E, F. Yeah.
I remember because you said British
Uh,
Columbia, and I thought of European foundations.
nice. Yeah, I still haven't yeah, I haven't like I usually figure out like one that I always say to all my students, like every good buddy deserves friends or something like that. But
Yeah,
with the BCEF, I always like just kind of make one up per student, and I think that's probably fine because each student probably has like one that is more like is interesting to them or sticks better with them.
yeah, for sure.
Uh, okay, actually, you know what? I'll show you this thing here. Fretboard. It loads. Actually, I'll just bring it up here. I think we might have talked about this before, but might as well refresher. Um, the fifth fret of the E string is the same as open string on A. The fifth fret of this one is open of that one. Fifth fret of this is open on that. And this one's fourth fret, and it's fifth fret. So first, I just want you to play just five on the big E string. Yep. And then also play the open on A string. Yeah, so it should be the same note. That's one way that people will tune their instruments as well. So go bono no 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 no.
Oh,
So what I
interesting.
want you to do is 5 0 and then 5 0 5 0 4 0
So
5
like
0.
one note, like
Pretty much. Yeah, you could do like that. Like one way to think of it would be like first one,
oh, okay.
kind of play it like order like that. Nice. Yeah, very good. And so basically, they're all connected. Like from E to A is connected by a distance of five, right? Because zero is the same as plus five, essentially. And actually, if we, for all of them, except for G to B, G to B string.
Does it have to
So
do
just have
with
to
the
remember
steps
they're
and
all
tones?
um, kind of, but not really. You don't really have to worry about that. You don't really have to think about it that way. Just remember that G to B will be a distance of four, whereas everything else will be a distance of five.
Okay.
And so the reason why this is useful is because if I play like little E string, and actually play along with this as well, because seeing it is one thing, but then also playing it kind of like solidifies the knowledge a bit more. So you got little e. Little e, we're going to plus five because from little e to b is going to be a distance of five. So we'll add a five here. And this should be the same note.
Yeah, it does sound like the same note.
And then and then we can keep going. So if we want to move down now from here to here, remember this is going from B to G. So remember B to G, they're all fives except for this one, which is four. So then all
Hmm.
we have to do is plus it by four. So from here to here, if we want to find the same note on this string, we just got plus by four. So we're going to go five plus four. We're going to say that's nine. So play 9 on the G string.
Oops.
Yeah. It should be the same as open and 5. You can just test it based off of open.
Oh yeah, that's smarter. Okay. So when you're going up from the like high E string, it's plus, but when you're going down, it's minus, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you're going this way, minus, and when you're going
Hmm.
this way, it's plus. Yeah. We
Okay.
can go even higher. So let's say the next one up. What would the next one up be? We're going from D string to, oh, sorry, G string to D string.
That would be one because it's not plus four, right? No, that'd be five. So that would be 14.
Oh, no. So plus four only between here and here.
Okay.
But when we go from between here and here, we're going to plus 5.
Yeah, that's what I
But yeah,
thought. Okay,
you were
yeah.
right. You said 14. Yeah.
I just had to process that a little bit.
Yeah, no worries. And
Makes a lot of
if you
sense.
have if you have fret 14, do you have fret 14? Yeah, probably. 12. I
12,
think yours probably goes up to
13,
like 18
14.
maybe.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. So
So,
that should sound the same as open. Yeah.
cool.
And that's the weird thing about guitar. Like with piano, I'm just gonna get my on-screen keyboard. With piano, you can have like when you have like E in one spot, you can't find that same like you can find a higher E or a lower E, but you can't find that same exact E in other spots on the piano. That's the weird thing about guitar is you can find the exact same note, but like on different spots on the piano. Or sorry, on the
That's
guitar, I mean.
interesting. I was wondering if you could help
Um,
me with something too,
so that,
real quickly. Or are we still doing theory?
yeah, sure.
I was playing a song and I realized that my bar chords are starting to not get good. It sounds good now, but like before I was not. I guess I was just playing too much.
Um, hmm. It could just be maybe your hand was
Oh,
tired at
see
the
it right
time,
there.
or maybe
See, there's a dead
oh
note
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to sometimes you gotta like remove
Like,
it
but
in
yeah, we
such a
can
way
noggle
that
it.
like yeah. Yeah, so see that? Yeah, exactly. That your finger looks like it's slightly off of the fret. So, but that's really good what you're doing when you pluck each one individually.
Yeah,
Because if you strum the whole chord, you don't know which one exactly is should be worked on.
yeah. I think you
But if you
told me
pluck, you go
about
boom,
that.
boom, boom,
I
boom.
remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and then you can like focus on that, and then maybe put a little more pressure, or maybe move the hand a bit.
It's just weird that when I play it lower, like higher up, it's fine. But maybe I just need to slide down. That's weird.
Yeah, the positioning sometimes can throw that off. Also, you can try playing on the side of your finger.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sometimes people play like right here on the flat, but sometimes I like to roll it a bit to the side.
Oh, that's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I just
exactly.
needed
Like
to
you'll
do
see when
that.
I play a chord.
Yeah.
You see when I play a chord, I usually play on the side. Sometimes people think you have to play it like this, like flat. That actually
Yeah,
kind of makes it a little harder.
I
I
did
kind
think
of
that
roll mine, and it
actually.
also but you just got to be careful that the finger doesn't like come off the fret down here. Like if you have it kind of diagonal like that. Also, you're using your index finger. Always try to use as many of these as you can. So if you're gonna do like boom, 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 boom. Actually, here's the best strategy for that. Is basically
My cat is demanding
one
pets
second. Let
right
me
now.
formulate this. What's that?
My cat's demanding pets right now.
You gotta wait, Meowie. Wait your turn, man. All right, so
So you're
um,
saying it's not like it's better like
so when you're plucking, I usually the rule of thumb is that these bottom three are thumb, and then the top three is index, middle, and ring.
can you send that to me again? Because this time I
Yep.
actually have a printer.
Okay, let me just I'll use a different color because it kind of when I do white background, it kind of doesn't show. Okay, so thumb,
So
thumb, thumb,
we're playing like
index, middle, ring.
okay, but my question then, if you're playing like a D slash F sharp like this, and you're saying that like the top three are thumb, so you would just do the first one, then index, middle ring, but then you know what I'm trying to say? How do you play these two notes at the same time with your thumb?
Oh, so this is just like a basic rule of thumb. Like another thing you can do too would be another one I like to do is like just think of these as like suggestions, and then whenever there's something
Okay,
that like it doesn't really fit or work, you can kind of like just change it as you prefer.
okay,
So like another one you could do would be like thumb thumb, and then you could be like kind of index middle ring like that, and then you kind of just leave this top one out. Or you can just shift the whole hand up, and so you do it the first time like that, and then this, and then if you want to shift it up, then you can change so the thumb is here like that.
okay. So these are sort of just like rudiments for like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just some foundational ideas,
Okay, cool.
and I'll send this to you as well.
Stop interrupting.
Timmer, meow meow, meow meow.
Meow. You hear him?
Yeah, a good kitty.
Thing with cats,
Um,
they always want attention when you don't want to give it to them.
yeah, when you're busy.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I was gonna say, I can't remember. We're talking about this thing. Oh yeah, the reason why. So I was gonna tell you the reason why that's
Oh yeah.
useful to do this thing over here, where you can find like the same note on the on different strings, is because like maybe sometimes you want to like play it higher. So if you're like playing it down like here, you go 0 1 3. That sound, if we just plus it now, we go like 5 5 6 8. We'll actually have a different tonal quality up here. Or maybe you're like playing a chord up in this kind of range, and so you
Hmm.
want to play those same notes kind of up here instead of like down here.
Yeah, it's also good to find notes too,
Um,
because then you know how to do power chords, right? Like I'm still trying to figure power chords
yeah,
out too.
exactly. Yeah, and actually,
So,
if you know that, one where you're like, okay, this, you know, the open here is a little E string. So if you plus by 5, then you know that this note is also an E. If you plus again by 4, you know this is also an E. You
okay.
plus by 5, and you know that this is also an E.
So then on that 5E, how would you make a power chord off of that?
For power chords, I usually base them off of these two strings.
Oh, you can't
So
really do
in that
power
case, you
chords on the
wouldn't be able to
bottom
make the
three,
power
right?
chord. But yeah, you could do if you actually. I'll show you some of the patterns that you can do at the top because those are pretty cool.
Okay.
So here's a basic minor chord pattern on the top. Yeah. Now that's a minor chord pattern, and then this will be a major chord pattern.
One. What chord's that?
That would be B flat major.
What be the best way to play that?
I would say play it with like with your left hand you're gonna do finger one,
Hmm.
finger four, finger three. And then this one will just be finger one, two, and three. Yeah. Yeah, so I usually use that.
That's
I usually use
handy.
those patterns for stuff like this. Like, so you could do that. Like, if you played like up here, like that would be on what bar seven, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, yeah, fret seven. And you're gonna go seven. Yeah, exactly. And then you use these three fingers, and you go na 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 na. Yeah, so you got the major one, which is 7 7 9 9.
Yeah.
But if you want to do the minor, let's do the minor one for now, which is 7 8 9. Nice. Yeah, so usually I can do what I like to do up there is you kind of play around with something here, and then you stop for a second, just come up with a little melody like.
All right. That's sweet. I just think it's super helpful that you reminded me that I could use my pinky because I would never have thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
like,
lots of people like to focus just on these three fingers, just on the up to the ring.
cool.
Yeah, and the pattern you can use there is be like think of it like
Wait.
oh, make sure you got 10 there.
Okay. So let's try that.
And I use fingers 1, 2, and 4 on this. Pinky.
Ah.
Oh, make sure you're on 10 for pinky.
That's
Yep,
not
there you
10?
go.
There we go. Okay.
10, I think, because you've got
Capo on one, so it
capo,
is
so
here.
maybe,
One,
so for
two,
yours
three.
should be 11, yeah.
Oh, okay. Right there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
One way you could think of it too is I think of it like a this pattern, where it's kind of like that's what it looks like on the guitar. So you basically have
oh,
this
that's
space in the
helpful.
middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this one as well is the same. You've got like a 1 2 and a 4. Will also be the same, but now on the B string.
Oh, oh, I see, I see. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, and you don't have to move in that exact pattern. Like you could
Yeah,
choose whatever randomization you want of this. But those are the ones you can choose from that'll work really well with this chord.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take a picture of this too.
Thank you.
I'll try to put it. Welcome. I'll try to put it with a white background. Yeah, that looks fine. And then another chord you can do there is the major one, which will be what goes really well with that is if you move down to 5 5 7 7,
Okay.
and that would be with fingers 1 1 3 4.
Oh, I okay. I guess I can do that. Didn't even know that. Okay.
Careful, that should be it should look
Oh, I
like if
see. I
we
see. I
have.
see. Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 I know.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you could also say like I could show it like that basically. Um, all right, cool. So then in that spot, you always want to kind of figure out like what notes work in that spot. So the notes that work in that spot are kind of opposite of the last one we did.
What do you mean by that?
Um, I'll sh I'll show you what I mean. So basically, it should be like five. So this, so then this will be fingers one,
Oh, I
three,
see.
four, and that kind of looks like this on the neck. Um, or like that.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool.
I'll just take a thing of this and then say this as well. Yeah, nice. So I'll take a picture of that. So see if you can kind of play around with the two of them. I'll just move it over in a sec, and you can look at them both.
Okay.
So first let's play with this one here. Actually, yeah, I'll put it like that. Um, and then just remember this has the 1 2 4 in terms of the fingers you use.
Yeah. I don't use my thumb for any of those, right?
No, I mean you could if you want to, but I would
Feels way
usually
more
use my
comfortable to do
index
that,
and middle.
but that's a bad habit to get into, right?
Yeah, that's the thing is like that's why I say to some students like t- if you're just like watching a TV show, while you're watching the TV show, just literally go do 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 do. And you could even cover your hand over it so it doesn't even make a sound on the guitar.
Yeah, I was
So it's
trying to
just like
see
boop
because
boop
there's a
boop
bar
boop,
that
like
says it's being
muted.
recorded and I can't really see you. You'd be like, go like this?
Oh, so oh yeah, my bad. One sec.
That's okay, you didn't
Yeah,
know.
so basically you just like with the guitar, just to get used to that pattern, you can
Yep.
just go. Yeah, and try to come down as well. So do do da do 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 da do.
Okay.
So it's like index, middle, ring, middle. Yeah, and actually you don't have to play the top one twice. You can just go because right now you're going da na 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 na. I mean that works, but I like to just cut out the second one. The second time playing this, I go da 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 da.
So you mean like you go,
Exactly. And you could throw in the thumb too if you want to work that, because that's good practice to be thumb on the big E. Yeah, and then if you just cover your hand over top of the frets
Hmm.
and make it muted, then you can just kind of do that while you're watching like a TV show or something, and then you
Yeah,
just,
true.
as you're doing that, you're just getting your hand used to those patterns. And that'll basically look like that. Have fingers, thumb, index, middle ring, middle index. And then they've got like with classical training, they usually switch those up a bit. Like they'll be like, um, I'll just move that over one sec. Maybe they'll make like a weird one, like they'll go,
Oh, let me try that one out. Well, that is weird.
yeah, and sometimes they call it based off of what fingers you use. So this would be a TIMI, RMIM,
Okay, what are we talking about?
TIMI, RMIM. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like little exercises that you can do for your fingers to get them used to like these weird patterns.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then when you apply that to a chord, it can be like, um, those are just called arpeggios,
Okay.
which is just a fancy name for a broken chord. I'll send that to you as well.
So that's an arpeggio right there.
Yeah. Whenever you play a chord, instead of strumming it, but you pluck them individually, like we did here with this, like this would be an E minor chord. And instead of playing it as like if you played the E minor chord,
Yeah.
it would look like this over here. But but we just kind of cut out the. Hold on, let me just gonna add in some more. There you go. Yeah, and so then we just basically all we did is cut out um, this note and this note.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And because this is a B, E, G, and big E, and then these ones here are, this one's a B, and this one's an E. You don't really need those ones anyway because you're already getting an E from this one and this one, and you're
Oh,
already getting a B from this one. So that's why we could cut those ones out and it'll still be an E minor. And that's why one of the reasons why it's useful to know the note names because technically we could cut this one out as well if we wanted to down here. And all we need is because all you need for a E minor chord is an E, B, and G. But don't worry if that doesn't entirely make sense right now because we'd have to
no,
go
it
down like
does.
another rabbit hole to kind of make sense of that theory.
That kind of
But
makes sense. There's no
just
point of
kind of
having
keep it in
two
the back of your
E's,
mind
right?
that like it's yeah, exactly. Like all you really need for like a chord is three, 1, 2, 3. And if you look at it, like E is the one. So if we go E, if I just write the alphabet here, E, F, G, A, B, I'm just going to go that far with the alphabet. And it's obviously the musical alphabet in the sense that, like, we're not starting on A. We don't always have to start on A. I mean, we could go backwards even more with it and be like, add in a D here, and then a C here, B here, and then an A here. And then we're doing the
Hmm.
whole alphabet. But because we're doing the E minor chord, we want to call E the one. That's why I'm going to put a one over top of this because it's the root note. E minor chord, therefore E is the 1, E is the root. And so to make a chord, you need 1, 3, 5. So therefore, this would be the 3, because the F would be 2, G would be the 3, A would be the 4, B would be the 5.
That makes a
And
lot. Okay, I
so,
get that.
so when you have 1, 3, 5, boom, you can see we have the E minor chord here because 1, 3, and 5.
So if you were to have the A, if you wanted to make an A chord, you would need to have a C and an E, right?
Yeah, exactly. You'd A chord, you'd have to have you'd have to have the A as the 1,
Yeah,
C would be the 3, and E would be the 5.
that makes sense.
And so if we wanted to do that, I mean, like if we look at if we look at, well, actually, if we look at that chord I showed you earlier, I'm just going to do it down here. So instead of it being, remember we did it higher, we did like 7, 8,
Yeah,
9, like that.
yeah.
We're going to take that same pattern, and we're just going to move it down here because I said that was a minor pattern, right? So now we're going to do A minor. And boom, we have the same pattern because it's still doing that stepping up each time, right? 0, 1, 2. And this one's going 7, 8, 9. So it has the same pattern to it. Yeah. And then if we break down the notes, we go, okay, well, this is an E. This is an E, this is a C, and this is an A. And remember, just like you said before, A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
E. Got the 1, the 3, and the 5. Boom, 1, 3, 5.
So that also relates to power chords. Like if you do it like an A power chord, you gotta find like the A note, and then you gotta find the two other notes. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, this wouldn't be a power chord because a power chord is a 1, just the 1 and a 5, actually. So, like in this case, if you did like an A power chord, A, B, C, D, E, you'd literally just have this one and this one.
Oh, okay, good to know.
But sometimes when they play a power chord, they'll play like another note on top, like they'll have 3 notes, right?
Yep.
E, C, D, E, F, G, A. And basically they're just playing the 8, and the 8 is just the 1 again. So really a power chord is just a 1 and a 5, but sometimes they put an 8 on top, which is just the 1 again.
Can you take a picture of that right there? That's super helpful for me.
Yeah, sure. Do you mind if it's kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I keep forgetting that when I switch.
You can't
Um,
make the yellow font black though, can you?
well, yeah, I could actually. One second, I just have to switch it up. I'll make it like a dark blue.
Yeah, that works.
A, oops. A, C, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. 1,
I think I
5.
understand power chords now. Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome. And yeah, a 5, the interval distance of a fifth is one of the most powerful sounding intervals, and that's why they call it a power chord, just because it sounds powerful. Um,
Where chords sound
and
more
actually,
like. I
what's
guess
that,
my
sorry?
question is why do some people choose power chords over chords?
Uh, well, when I choose a power chord over a chord, I usually choose a chord when I want to like make it more like I want to make it more sound more like a bit like richer or something.
Okay.
But I use a power chord when I want it to sound more like umphy, like oh, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da. You have more of like a strength to it, like the power to it.
Okay.
But then like let's say I'm like rocking out like power chords, like, and then maybe it breaks down. Then I would use the full chord when I want to kind of like kind of make it like break down and kind of have more of like I don't know what the word is for it, but like power chord is like the rocking part, and then
Yeah.
the full chord is more so like the doesn't always have to be, but that's usually what I use it for. The full chord is more of like the kind of chill kind of thing.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right,
Rock
thank
on. I
you.
guess we'll just wrap it up there. Welcome. Peace.